Hello, 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 it's Dan Mix, and this is another game of League Unranked. Unranked. Can y'all see that? I think y'all can. I'm gonna say y'all can. Alright, so, had a great game just now. Now, for those of y'all that don't know, watch this. It actually starts off pretty hot. I like this team right now. Became good buddies with two of them, so I'm gonna give a big ol' shout out. They played very well to Yasu, who was the Zed Jungle, and Wedge Gaggle, who was Brand. It was great. It was actually a great match. We all start off trying to cheese out, and it actually works out in our favor. I don't know how it does. It just does. But I just wanted to show you guys the match because it was really good. Like, I made, I think, one mistake out of this whole entire thing, and it kind of cost me. I was against a Fiora top. I don't know what her stats were, but as y'all know, this is unranked. I'm almost there. I'm level 27, trying to get back to plat as I was last season and the previous season. And y'all know that my account actually got banned, so and it was due to trolls. But this time I've been hitting the mute button, and that just, I haven't been saying anything. So she gets caught out. I'm surprised she didn't flash right there. She could have flashed. I guess she saved her flash. Maybe she thought she was gonna do it. So we take Leo there, and then we're gonna start taking that one. This one also is pretty weird. I didn't get that. That was good. Good flash. Let's see. Let's check out what ranks these peeps are. Now I'm going versus a Fiora. I was used to not be able to actually 1v1 Fiora until this patch. This patch has made Garen pretty viable to almost everybody. Except now Teemo is like one of the harder ones to fight against for some reason. Teemo wasn't a problem back then, it was Fiora, but now this one, Teemo's harder than Fiora for some reason. I didn't say anything about any one of them. I took a chance there against that Fio. I wasn't afraid of Fiora. I have potions, a lot of potions. Let's check this out. I guess I can't see it. Alright, so, okay, there it is. So I can move it down so you guys don't have to hear too much of that part. I don't know if y'all can still hear it pretty loud. Hopefully not. Let's see, let's slow this down. Okay, there you go. Alright, let's go ahead and get to it. So, against the Fio, I already put on Grasp of the Undying because she has lifesteal. She can just kind of wall up you, especially if she's able to hit your vital point, especially if she's very skilled. Very skilled Fiora is really tough to beat, but Garen normally trounces her if she doesn't get ahead early on. And if you keep it kind of... if you learn to keep your poke, or, her poke on check. So if you see that little flower sign anywhere in front of you, you want to back off and reset it. You don't want to give her an easy hit on you, and it'll reset if you back off. And yes, it's a nuisance sometimes, but it's better than just giving her free damage. Like, see, you see how it's behind me there, so I'm not really that much afraid. Because if she comes behind me, then I can just smack the shit out of her. See, and it doesn't do any damage. So what you want to do is, she's actually almost dead there. See, you see now it changed to the front. You don't wanna give her any freebies, and I do give her a few freebies. But yeah, the main build against the Fiora that I use is Grasp of the Undying and Precision as a second time runes, with Coup de Grace being one of the main ones, and Triumphant just in case if she uses Ignite. You don't want to stir the pot if you don't have to. Triumphant, make sure that you live after she smacks you a few times, and let's say she has red, and you guys are real close, or let's say she has Ignite and you're real close. Triumphant usually ends up making sure that you don't die. And then Coup de Grace is just to make sure that she dies. Your ult does a little bit extra more damage, which is actually perfect because you're going to need every ounce with a really good Fiora. Especially later on as she starts getting a little bit out of hand. So you want to end the game way before 30 minutes if you can, and then you want to keep her pinned down. And you want to bend her over, pin her down, make sure that she can't move. Yeah, she's a feisty one, so if she's able to move, she's gonna be able to whoop some ass. I don't go full tank. I kind of go bruiser, and bruiser's actually very well against her. Obviously, a lot of armor. So she has to hit my pinpoint weak areas, and if she can't ult me, she can't beat me. That's just how it is. If there's no ult, she can't beat you. If you're playing Garen correctly. If you're playing them incorrectly, she's gonna kick your ass no matter what. But like I said, you want to keep her down, and you want to keep her pinned. So she's 0-0. She has 40 CS. You don't want to give her anything free. I gave her a little too much there, but that was still a good trade because I'm actually level 5. See right there. Now remember her cooldown. See, I could have probably killed her. Actually, come to think about it. Remember her cooldown. Her cooldown or parry is her main skill set. If you could just beat her without using that cooldown, or without using your ult or your Q, that's it. Like, she's done. Like, she can't really do too much. That's why I actually put. That's why I ended up putting first. Keep saying Cinder Hulk, and it's not Cinder Hulk. Bami's Cinder. There you go. That's why I ended up putting Cinder first, because all I gotta do is be around her and she'll start getting damaged, and so the damage starts increasing as I do, and I max out my spin first, because she can't parry the full spin, and if she parries the spin, then my Q comes in and my ult comes in, and she's dead. So she has to watch out for the Q and the ult, and if you max out the spin, now she has to worry about your ult kit. And so that makes it really hard for her to do almost anything. What? Waiting, there it is. She flashed out just in time. She knew what was coming. So I beat her down. It was a methodical beat down there. Now at the same time, I think this Fiora is actually somewhat lowly skilled. A better skilled Fiora would have done way better. But hey, it is what it is, you know. I mean, I'm not gonna be complaining about getting a. Once again, I'm just trying to get ready for rank. So now another thing that I've been doing lately that has been proven out to be very effective, especially versus these life-stealing monsters, and basic attack, you know, beasts, is half building. Okay, I saw this by the way. Zed went in for the kill, and then I got that second kill because I was spinning in my Cinder. So Fiora, I don't know what she was doing there. That was a mistake on her part. I think she was already tilted. Now she's really behind. 54. I'm gonna get turret. I'm gonna get first turret. Vi also was messed up there. I see 54, 1, I'm 67 and 2. Yeah, that's perfect. That's how you want to keep the field. You want to keep it pinned down, bent over, just ass cheeks spread open. Bam! Bam! That's what you want to do. It's so beautiful when the game goes according to plan. The Zed is good jungle. I never thought about Zed jungle, but this Zed actually knows how to use Zed jungle. So you get a big old thumbs up for me. Great job, Yasu. That was impressive. Okay, In norms, anything works, so I don't really go too far as in like, oh, this is the new meta. But it kind of makes sense that said jungle would work just because of his kit. He can attack from the sides. He's really fast. He can ult you, go back into the shadows where he was from in the beginning. So, I don't know. New meta, maybe? Or maybe unknown meta. But it works, so I'm not going to be... I thought I had teleport here, so that's what I'm actually... And I did, so... I was actually kind of waiting. So here comes the artificial commercials, because I don't give a damn. I do self-promotion. Monster energy drinks, I love them. I need them to play good games. I had an energy drink before I played this one. It's like my drug because I'm so old already. I need some caffeine in my system. Tastes like fucking grape. I like that. Oh, there was worded. This one was funny. I kept trying to get the rift, but every time I went there, someone was always like on it. Here also, there's a little fight in the middle. I went to go help out, and it worked out perfectly. I don't think I needed to do that, but I did anyways just in case. Might as well just get the kill. Get it done and over with. Mid turret is open, so... I think we take 2 turrets here. Yeah, we do take 2 turrets. Bot wasn't doing so hot. Janna was decent. Draven was decent. But really, these 2 guys stood out of the whole thing. These guys kind of knew what was going on. I traded this for, or I also traded my top turret, because I wasn't just going to go back for nothing. We need to get objectives. We need to push. We need to end the game fast. I don't need Fiora getting even more fed. She's 84, so she caught up on some CS there, but I have 3 kills, so I'm way ahead still. So it's time to get another objective. The whole point's to make sure that, like I said, you want to pinned down, bent over, ass cheeks open. Bam! That's the best type of way you gotta get it. Bam, 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 bam. Yeah, this isn't for the faint of heart. This isn't for the faint of hearts. You gotta know what's going on here. You gotta know what's going on here. So there we go. We take that Drake. Speed mobility is actually very important, especially when you're fighting a Fiora. See, I knew she had taken that one. I didn't see that, by the way. I just knew she'd taken it. I was gonna fight that, but I don't know. I had a feeling Theo was going to be... Theo kept an eye on it. Very good job on Theo on that one, because I wanted that one. Actually tried it here. I think I tried it after I moved that wave, because I noticed that someone took my pink. My pink and the motherfucking stink. You want to have a pink all the time in the motherfucking stink. So, I always try to pink the Drake. I always try to pink Rift if you can. You want to have vision on that shit. You don't have to pink it all the time, but a pink usually stays longer than the regular ward. And when they're trying to take it, they'll usually take down that objective. So it's a good way. It's a good place to pink. Now, as you scale up and you become a little bit more pro, there's little target areas where you want to be pinking, and that's actually a lot of people put it in this. Oh shit! A lot of people put it in this bush there. It's actually that bush. That bush is the better pink. Or so I've heard from the professionals. I guess because it has more, it kind of tells you where they come in from, so it's kind of hard to miss them wherever they're going. But that's a decent place. But this one is so you can keep objective, and yeah, she did have it. That's how she knew that I was taking. I should have got another pink there. I made a mistake. All right, so there's my half build. All right, so Theo has a few strengths that that's what she did. She just ran away. Punk ass bitch. Alright, so Theo has strengths, and that's her lifesteal, her ability to punish you really quickly, like do a lot of basic attacks, a lot of auto attacks fairly quickly, and just kind of surround you and be around you, so that way you kind of have trouble fighting her. So this build that I have is precisely towards that. The best fields won't try to engage too long. They'll actually try to poke you down, wear you down, and then they'll try to go all in on you, because if they try to go... See, I knew there was another ward there. Now, we were going to take that, but then I noticed that there was a mid fight there, and I wasn't going to deal with Fiora coming in. So I decided to go mid, and it worked out to some extent, because they were losing that fight. I do get stunned there. I do flash forward. But Zed followed up very well. Good job, Zed, on that follow-up. You get props. She wasn't going to die, but you did the follow-up like a champ. I don't know if you die here. No, you don't. No, I remember this. I think you still end up killing someone else. Those stuns, man. Those stuns are good. That Zed is good, though. And that's where Fio takes the damn inhib. Or the damn... yeah, I didn't even see. Look, we had everything worded except in there. And that's how it works, man. That's how they'll get you. They'll get you, like, if you don't have that shit worded there. So I hate that crap. We had everything outside worded. Look, all outside is worded perfectly. But you really don't need that much vision around that thing. So there's... Here, let me show you how for all y'all supports. So there was... That's a good ward place there. But usually this is the better ward place. You don't need to put one here. You just need one here. One here. Or like right there. You also need one right... Not that one, but you need one in... Like right in the middle. Right in the middle of that area. Right there. I can't ping it. So anyways, right there. Right there. One right there usually is sufficient. One in that bush is perfect because you kind of get to see everything already. You don't really need one where she had them all around it except in the spot, because then you can't see. And so if you can't see, it'll cost you. And so that's the objective that I think I misplayed, because I didn't put a pink on it. I was trying to finish my build up. I go Ninja Tabby first before anything else, because Ninja Tabby blocks 12% of the... That's like a really strong counter against the Fio. Fio's going to have to really do her skill shots very well to kill me. If she misses the skill shots, I will crush her. I'm 129. I'm 3 kills ahead of her, so I'm way ahead of her right now. She barely finished 1 item and 2, but what I've noticed is usually... I have 2 items, actually. Well, I have 1 item. I have the same amount, but I have extra items. What I've noticed is the half builds actually work very well in your favor. They give you those little inches, and they actually tack on fairly quickly, so you kind of get to snowball the whole thing. You reduce her lifesteal with the Grievous Wounds, or should I say the Executioner Calling, which adds the Grievous Wounds. The Bramble Vest, every time she hits you, not only does she take magic damage, she also ends up putting more Grievous Wounds on, so it kind of makes sure that she stays where she's supposed to stay, which is bent over. I'm trying to take the new Drake coming up. Objectives will win you the game, and if you're already winning team fights and you know you're going to be winning team fights, you want to get the Drakes. Very freaking important, because those Drakes are going to help you during those team fights. A lot of people don't understand that not only do Drakes are extremely powerful in team fights. So even the Cloud Drake, the Cloud Drake actually has a new buff to where it's not only out of speed combat or out of speed movement, it's in combat speed movement too. So you're actually a little bit faster while the fight is on, and you're a lot more faster outside of the fight. So you're able to flank, you're able to surround, you're able to chase down, or you're able to run away. So the Drakes are very important for team fights. So it actually helps out team fighting whenever you take down these Drakes, which makes them extremely important, especially if you want to team fight. If you don't want to team fight, like you want to split push or something, just maybe go one-on-one, they'll still help. The Drakes will still help you on one-on-ones, but if you want to split push, kind of pick, then they don't have really a big effect as in actual fucking just straight gangsta team fighting. Once again, donations are very well accepted. I want some more of that monster drinks. I need them to keep moving forward. But Zed died there. He made a mistake. There was he said it on there too. He said my bad or whatever. But it did cost us a pretty good amount. So the good thing is that I was very well ahead in the match. So it didn't really matter. He's still ahead too. So we were doing a lot of damage. Janet protected the second turret, which is perfect. I took so much aggro from that lady there. but it was still fine. It still worked out in our favor. The top turret made some of them go back. I think we do have a little fight here, and we do end up winning it. I don't know why V went there. That was pretty bad. Bad choice from her. I got a triple there. Smack the crap out of people. So very, very effective. We take Baron right after that because, well, they don't have a jungler, and they are completely out. Another objective that'll allow us to help push. So we have a blue Drake and a white Drake. Allows us to move a little bit faster, catch up to them, so they really can't run away from us. Or we can run away from them, they can't really catch up to us. And the blue Drake with regeneration and the healing on the shields that Janna does, it makes her a lot stronger, especially in team fights. So it benefits us a lot. Getting Baron here actually gives a really big buff. We're already ahead. As you see, Fiora's 117 CS, I'm at 151, 604, she's 031, so I'm like, she's completely stomped out. She can't 1v1 anymore. Even Brand is able to take her on one-on-one. Brand's like a squishy. Help him out here. I almost took that blue accidentally. So, I'm trying to get the rest of the CS. Trying to make sure that we continue the push, we continue the non-stop. Here we make a mistake. So I wanted to group up because I think if we grouped up right here, it would have been a perfect idea. But there was one bottom and I was top. So, or two bottom. It was a 1-2-2, and I was like, well, it should be fairly decent. But they bring in 3 mid, and they can't outrun them. So screw it. We already made the decision. We'll just keep moving. I was gonna deviate from it. Fiora gets there. Fiora is really annoying, and we already took the bottom turret, so I'm fine. And I was gonna go help out Jace, or help out Zed, but he has her number, as you can tell there. That's just too much. And there was a pretty nice sized wave mid, so I decided just to push it. And I still see Fiora top, so they killed. There was 2 people dead, but one of them just barely came back, and both are still bottom. And Zed's there. I have vision of them, so then I decided to start taking this one. And she's actually not that strong, and I'm really tanky. And now she got slowed, and she got popped up. I just damaged her enough so that way Janna can kill her. I set up for Janna. Janna did it perfectly, but Janna should have gone the other way instead of the way she went there. She just died. But we took out turrets, that's perfect. 1 death, 1 turret. 1 life? No. And now all it ends up to is resetting again, waiting for them to make a mistake or overcommit to something. Here, he wanted me to fight, but I don't know if you noticed, there was 3 people there. If I would have gone there, we would have all been dead. So he questioned my move, but I saw it, and I was going versus what's her name. There was no way we were going to live that. I was actually trying to really run away. As soon as I saw them all come in, there was no way we were going to win that 2 or 3v2, or it would have been a 4v2. So they all go mid. I make a mistake here. I decided to push this. I should have gone mid instead. So these little mistakes, they do add up. They were kind of giving them gold and making them come back, because we were 7 grand ahead of them. I tried to TP here and it was a little too late. So then I decided to push, because Fiora's already backing. Did she get it? Oh, he missed it. He didn't make it go all the way. I pinged them to go stop them from backing, but I saw Fiora and so it didn't matter anymore. I'm 6-0-5, 190 CS. Fiora finally got 1 kill out of that 1 fight. Red Drake is super important on the damage side, especially when you have a Brand, and especially when you have a Zed, and a Draven, okay? These are high damage dealers, so adding any type of percentage to them just makes them extremely crazy. If you're talking about an extra 4% on a Draven, or a Zed, or a Brand, it's a lot. I never got to use my ult, by the way. Oh, we aced the shit out of them on that one. I don't know if you noticed, but we are so strong now, and it's those little drakes. Those drakes actually added more strength to us. And you're talking about damage dealers with a fire drake, and if you're giving Janna the ability to heal up and grant bigger shields with the blue drake, and if you're giving movement speed to a Brand and to a Zed and to me, that is too much, man. Like, that's overwhelming. I make a mistake here. I get a little too happy because we were like literally kicking the shit out of them. I should have backed right this instance. Right there, I should have backed. Especially when I noticed that my team wasn't hitting them anymore. But I decided to go in, and that was a mistake. I don't live on this. That was my bad. My mistake! Hopefully I learned from it. I should have just started running back. Tried going to that side where the minions are trying to take that top turret. Our minions are pushing hard, but then again, we have the huge lead. 202 CS, 7 kills, 1 death, 8 assists, and Fiora's 243. She has 171 CS. Yeah, as kept down as you possibly can get a Fiora. There's a lot more than that, though. I mean, I'm over exaggerating, obviously. But that's still pretty good. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I feel pretty good about that. Vi is also actually taking like almost all of them except for Kalista. Leah was pretty decent too. So they're having another fight mid. They catch one of our guys off guard. I'm just trying to make sure that the wave keeps pushing, because look at that top wave. And then this one is just experience talking. So they pinked that ward, and that's a great surprise push. So since they don't expect that, for some reason, I don't know why they don't, but they don't expect people to be there, you should always expect people to be there. They just go into it. Brand's teleport was actually perfect. She wasn't escaping from that shit. There's one walked into it, and you would think that they would learn from it. And right here, they actually saw us. But I guess they didn't see everybody. And that stun right there is deadly. Especially with their ult. I didn't even have to hold anybody. Zed was already in the back. They got separated. It was perfect. That's actually how you use Zed. What he did there is perfect. He saw us kill out 2. Inhibitors open. We took out the support, and we took out Fiora. And actually, we had taken Talia. Actually, we took out 3. Holy shit. Just from that bush play. It was just a bush play. And that's it. That's the game. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. There's a lot of people tend to forget. Oh yeah, the reason I ended up building, I've been trying out that new one there because I want to get regeneration on my life, especially when I'm spinning it. It does enough damage. I don't know if it's perfect, but it worked out there in the end. I mean, I did enough damage to just take them out extremely quickly, and I didn't finish out my mortal reminder. So just giving you guys a heads up. I had that much gold. That's how far ahead I was. That I didn't need it. I actually had. Well, I didn't have the most CS. The most CS. And there goes to prove another point. CS does not win games. Objectives win games. Because their ADC had a shit ton of CS. We got 291. Well, and she had 15 kills. That don't win games, bros. Okay? Just giving you guys a heads up. You guys should learn that way ahead of time. Objectives. Focus on the on the right objectives, because even objectives won't win you the game if you're not focused on the right ones. So I wanted to make sure you guys saw a decent game. Now this is normals, so it's not ranked. I haven't gotten there yet, but you've seen some of my other videos where it's ranked, and we've come back from insane possibilities. 5v4 we've come back, but I want you guys to see how a good jungler and I think Brand was mid, and a good mid affect the whole entire game. Our bottom was somewhat okay. They were decent, but they lost their lane, and that's okay. You're not going to win everything. It's just, can you understand who you're fighting against, and can you take those people out? So, Fiora was crushed, Vi was crushed, Talia was kind of crushed. Actually, no, she was super crushed too. And so it depended on that bot. And Leo was decent, but she wasn't OP. And Kalista was above average, but it's not enough to take out a team of 3. Literally, it was just us 3 doing almost everything. Draven and Janet would either die or they'd be somewhere else, or whatever happens. They would sometimes make wrong decisions. But I just want you guys to see the Legendary Garen is still here. Hasn't gone anywhere. It doesn't matter if they ban one account or another. I come back swinging. I'm trying, like I said, a different type of build. But I've noticed that it looks like Garen has to adapt depending on who he's fighting against. Not every build is the same. Not every rune set is the same. Different rune sets actually go very well against different types of characters. There's in some cases I have to go super tank. In some cases I have to go extremely damage. In most cases though, I can go according to what he's actually good. I was looking him up and it says that he's a lot more tank than he's a fighter, but he's a tank, he's a fighter. So the first item set that I always put on him is tank. Second item set is usually fighter, which is precision. And those two work out most decently out of all of them, especially if he gets the lead. The tank version of him, even if he gets the lead, he's always par. He's more like a counter attacker. The AD version of him, you have to be extremely aggro or else it just won't work. If you're any type of defense, if you have to hold any type, you won't hold anything. But the tank version can hold for like days on end. But I've noticed that this version usually plays out to the best case scenario. I've tried Conqueror Garen. He's not as good versus other Conqueror people. But this version works very well because all you do is first put on tanky items because you strengthen his strength, and then you work on the AD items, which is his secondary strength, and then you see kind of almost his like full capabilities come out as a fighter. So, and then it's up to you to make a mistake. Technically, he shouldn't die. Like I said, when I did that, I just fucked up and I died, and I gave him a lot of gold for that. So that's a big no-no. But other than that, it was a great game. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the match. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the little notification tab icon so you can see more. Big ol' shout out to Yasu, Wedge Gaggle, so that way that they know that I appreciate it. And subscribe, tell your buddies, to your friends, because if we end up playing more games like this, you definitely know that they're going to be on the webs. And that way you can tell your buddies, look, this worked, this didn't work. It definitely is a lot better than something else. So, good fight, good day.